Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Wild West Saloon. The Wild West Saloon is a build focused around a western/weathered building theme, and it is an NPC housing/decorative type build. The building time was roughly 4 hours total. Recently, I've really been wanting to change up my building themes and build style. I've gotten some great feedback from really good channel supporters and some friends, but it took me a really long time to push myself out of my comfort zone. This build, I know, is still pretty similar to most builds I've done, but I enjoyed building it so much, and it's gotten me really excited. Editing and creating the whole video itself has just been a blast. Working with a theme like Wild West leaves so much room for creativity. Another thing, I can't believe how fast I was able to complete this build. Normally, builds like this take me a long while, but since I'm fairly familiar with woodworking and similar styles, time just flew by. Hopefully, the fact that less time was spent on building isn't noticeable, and it's still a good quality build. Mods and some other things I'll be using to build and record. I'll be using Cheat Sheet and Heroes Mod, both of which are available on Tmodloader. I am also using T-Edit off camera to add extra details here and there to spice up the build. Great, now that we've got all that covered, let's continue. Yeehaw! Okay, cool. So I wanted to start off this build with kind of the base area, the porch, getting the door set up so that I could start working on the shape immediately after. Having the first few bits helps me reference off how I want everything else to look. For this build, I really wanted to focus on woodworking and having very thin walls and floors. So I wanted to stick with the basic woods, and I used orange paint to give the deeper woods kind of more of a weathered feel. When I was doing this build, since I'm not too familiar with Western themes, a big inspiration for me was the Lego movie. Legos are very good for referencing builds for Terraria because it's kind of a very similar dynamic. So once I got to this point, I was pretty much finishing up this build, just doing the walls, and I was really surprised that I finished it so quickly. And I was starting to kind of think of other things I wanted to do for this build. 1, 2, 3. Once I finished little touch-ups here and there, I decided that I wanted to work on a second build to kind of expand this little area and made it look a lot more cinematic and scenic. The second build, I had a bit of trouble figuring out what I wanted to do, but decided that a shop would be perfect. So we have a shop and a saloon. I just thought that fit because that's really what I look for in villages. So at this point, I was pretty much finishing up the shop. It was really small, which is how I wanted it to look, and since it's so small, I tried adding a lot of little details here and there to really pack it in and make it look very, very lively. I was getting some feedback saying that it's a bit cluttered, but I kind of like it that way. I wanted it to be that way. I know it does look a bit cluttered, but I was really looking for a more of a compact feeling, like kind of messy, because a lot of things like Western builds that I saw for reference were really messy. And with that, we are complete. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I appreciate all the support I've gotten from you all, and it always makes my day hearing that you guys enjoy these videos. I've gotten great suggestions, and I've been planning lots of future builds to come. If you'd be interested, make sure to check out the other content we've got going on here. We've got stuff ranging from tutorials, let's plays, and other build videos. We've got variety streams on Twitch, weird posts on Twitter, and just chatting on Discord. It has been my pleasure, and I hope all of you have enjoyed. Thanks again for watching. Have a great sunny day and stay inspired. I will see all of you next time. Peace.